Hey, welcome to Investing and Entrepreneurship. I'm Robert Bohai. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been following, I'm glad you're here on this video. This video is special and unique to the other videos where I'm usually talking about investing and stocks to choose to invest in, okay? This is the entrepreneurship side of the channel where I'm talking about building business to get cash flow, to put that cash flow to work in the stock market to build wealth. And this video, I'm just going to share little tidbits of the course that I'm putting together to help people that want to start their first business. Now, when you start a first business, the most recommendable way to start a business is through something called a sole proprietorship. Here in the United States, there's not a lot of entities. There's less than a handful of entities that are used to start a business. Sole proprietorship being the most basic because it's attached to your person, and you do it on your schedule on your form 1040 with your Schedule C. From there on, you have the LLC that everybody's heard about, but not everybody knows how to use them. And a lot of people that tell you to buy LLCs or use LLCs, they're full of it. They don't know what they're talking about. On top of that, you have the corporation, which is yet another way of doing business. And that morphs into a corporation S or a corporation C. And I'm not going to talk about those things beyond what I just mentioned, just so you know that there's a difference. Because this course that I'm putting together is on the basic side of things, a sole proprietorship, which is what I believe everybody should have, especially the people that only have a job. Now, I'm not against working a job. If you've been watching my videos, you know, if you've been following my journey, you know that I'm not born from wealth. I did not inherit nothing. I've had to build everything for myself. So I started early on in my life at 19 with two children, working a job at a temporary agency in a warehouse, unloading trucks, heavy boxes, and I moved up quickly. Forklift operator, assistant supervisor, to where they would just delegate the whole warehouse during the late night operations to me to be in charge. And I was in charge of other temps. And so on. I grew, I grew, I grew. And I've had a lot of professions. If you go and search me online and you find my LinkedIn profile, actually, I have a few of them, you will get an idea of what my background is, of everything that I've done. And this is why I'm not against employment. But this is why I'm telling you, you need to add a sole proprietorship to the way you make money, because sole proprietorship is going to give you a ton of benefits. And I'm going to link them on this video. Now, I am going to tell you the rest of this video is going to be clips of the course, clips of that first video introductory to the course. So it's going to skip through information, but I hope it gives you a view of the importance of starting a small business or just starting a business, getting the benefits of it, and learning to create that cash flow, extra cash flow to invest in the stock market and let the market build your wealth. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Watch the video through. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. And let me know what you think. So yeah, regarding me having the SBA right here in the background, does not mean that this course is sponsored by the SBA. I'm not even sponsored by the SBA. The only reason that I have this here in the background is because the SBA is a great resource. It's a great tool to use along your business. Not only does it provide valuable information that can help you, even though there's a lot of info right there that might not apply to your situation, and through the SBA, you're not going to get answers to all your questions. The SBA is a resource that can help you financially, and it can help you with a lot of business programs. And having your business documents that we're going to be going through in this course, and at the end of the course, you're going to either know how to obtain your documents or you're already going to have them. With those business documents, you can get and qualify programs of the SBA. So that's why I'm showing the SBA right here in the background. Hello, I'm Robert Bohai, and this is the overview to starting a business. I'm glad that you decided to take this course, and I'm glad that you decided to start your journey towards business. If this is your first business ever, congratulations. You deserve to give yourself a pat on the back for making the decision to get started. Now, why starting a business is so important? Because a sole proprietorship is going to give you a lot of benefits that are going to be additional to working a job or an employment. Now, I want you to understand that I am not against having a job and I am not against having a profession. I myself have had to have worked many jobs throughout my life, and I have two professions. I actually have two professions. So I have a backup that I can go get a job if I ever needed to. But because I've been in business so long, that is not likely to happen. However, because you always have to have a good fallback on, that's why I have my profession. So if you have a job and you're now starting a sole proprietorship or you're launching your first business, you're on the right track to building more income and potentially building wealth. So, what makes a sole proprietorship unique? What is it about a sole proprietorship? What is it about starting a business that is so important? Well, this is the things that you must know. A sole proprietorship in United States is the legal way to start a business without having to file a corporation or an LLC. There's only a small, less than a handful of ways to do business in the United States. But with those entities, with those ways of doing business, you can do any business. Home base, online, store, a location, product, service, whatever business you can do under a sole proprietorship. And what a sole proprietorship does, it allows you to do business and create additional streams of income that when the tax time comes, you will be reporting in your schedule in your 1040, in your Schedule C, your Form 1040. Same place where you file, same form you use to file your taxes. However, the benefits of a sole proprietorship start adding up. Okay? The first benefit of having a sole proprietorship is that you're going to get to deduct expenses. You're going to get business credits. You're going to get to deduct things that you use to do your business. And some things you might be able to deduct things that before you used to buy for your personal consumption, but you could not deduct before. So there's those benefits that come with having a sole proprietorship, which is the business credits. You get gains in your taxes. Beyond that benefit, you also get the benefit of opening and establishing business banking, which means having a business checking account, a business savings account, business credit card, lines of credit. And this is very important because when you start this business banking into your personal credit file, it's going to show these, it's going to help you grow your credit. It's going to show these trade lines as business credit lines. So that signals to the financial institutions that are monitoring people's credit, the kind of products they could offer you. And the longer you're in business, the more responsible you're with it, how you treat your credit, all these things are going to influence so that you get better and better offers, larger and larger credit lines, and so on. So that's another benefit. But I hope that you're not just starting the business for these two benefits, because the main benefit of your sole proprietorship is that it's going to allow you to have another source of income that you can add to your job. Work your regular job and have another source of income. And this additional source of income It's going to start to teach you the ability to create income that eventually will match the amount of income that you're making through your job. And you will be surprised how in a few hours you can create the same amount of money that it takes you 40 hours a week to get in that check. And that's the goal of starting business. So there's a lot of reasons that we're going to discuss through the module. So there's people that don't start a business because they say things or they feel emotions and ideas such as, I cannot sell. I don't want to sell. I don't want to push things onto people. But I'm going to tell you something. The reality of selling is not about pushing things onto people. The reality of selling is having something valuable to offer other people. And selling is all about educating others, explaining the benefits of whatever it is that you're offering. And when you educate others, when you offer them something that's going to benefit them, they're going to want it without you pushing it on it. So that's the real trade-off of business. Think about all the businesses that you support, all the things that you buy, and your reasons why you buy them. Nobody's pushing them on you. So that idea, let's eliminate it. Another idea that is common when starting a business is, I don't want that responsibility. I'm not good at managing things. I'm not good at asking people for money. Well, again, business is not really about that. And yes, you got to manage things. And yes, you have to ask. You have to ask for the sale. You have to close business. But if you really analyze life, you have to do these things in life anyways. Life requires us to manage life, manage ourselves, manage a schedule, manage our budget, manage our finances, just manage a lot of things. And business is just like that, except it gives you benefits and it teaches you and it educates you and it helps you grow. It helps you develop your psychology in a different aspect that you will never experience just as an employee. So that's another reason. Another thing is that people say, oh, I'm not good at negotiating. Well, in life, everything is a negotiation. Even when we get up in the morning to go to work, we have to negotiate our way there through traffic, with other cars. So many things are a negotiation. Dealing with our kids, sometimes a negotiation. Dealing with our spouse or our wives, sometimes a negotiation. So again, don't be scared of those things. Don't let those things hinder your growth, your business growth, because the whole idea is that starting a business and having this extra sources of income and learning how to reinvest or how to invest that extra money in places like, for example, the stock market to build wealth or invest in other assets. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm glad you're here, and let's get into the next modules, and I'll see you on the next module.